Please like, subscribe, and or follow This Is True Really News on Podchaser, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Pandora, or any place you get the finer podcasts. And please compel us to do the same.
We're among the finer podcasts?
They won't know till it's too late.
Basically, we should be on Stan, the streaming service. I mean, come on. And to everyone named Stan and or streaming service, I apologize.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true, as far as you know.
The World Toe Wrestling Federation has announced that the 2021 championship matches will in fact go on in August, Derbyshire, England. What, I know you were worried.
There's a league?
Well, there must be their championship matches. I don't know. Maybe it's you just how you practice. Honey, okay. Take off your shoes and get in here. Organizers are, in fact, looking for people who would like to, if you'll pardon the phrase, dip their toe into the water of pro toe wrestling. That's a lot of O sounds.
You know, you wonder what the get-ups look like.
I don't even want to consider that. Northern Echo reported that toe wrestling takes place sitting down. Okay, we could do that.
I can start sitting now.
I could do that.
I'm wearing flip-flops.
With the competitor's toes linked. How does that happen?
Boy, not with my left foot, it doesn't. With my right foot, maybe.
Do they interlock them for you, I hope? Because I don't know I could.
I'm going to need the help. I'm old.
Matches are no tiptoe through the tulips, Ben. Ben, by the way, Ben Woodruff is total destruction. He is ranked second in the world.
What's worse than total destruction? Who's ranked number one?
Hang on. You'll get there.
Thank you.
Total destruction, number 2 in the world. Actually had his toenails surgically removed to give him the competitive edge. Would you please Google toe wrestling and see what kind of money's in there? Because he just had all of his toenails yanked off. So be careful, though. This is not a sport for sissies. He's had his He's had his ankle snapped in 2 places by 16-time champion.
Oh, they just link the big toes.
Lovely. So it's like a pinky swear with big toes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Total Destruction had his ankle snapped in 2 places by 16-time champion Alan Nasty Nash during a practice session. I'm guessing Nasty outdoes Total Destruction. Woodruff said encouragingly, though, it's a people's sport. There are no levels or qualifiers. Anyone can join.
And have their ankle broken.
The biggest question I would have, of course, is anyone can join, but why would they?
You know, you'd have to have a foot check before to make sure nobody's carrying a fungus. Probably a nail check, because you don't want people scratching each other.
I think that's why he had his toenails all surgically removed.
That is so bizarre.
Whew. Totally.
That's like the English cockle throwing contests they used to have.
They threw cockles?
They threw cockles. And I remember reading a story on it remember when dwarf tossing was a big deal? Can
we say that?
We have to. It's what it was called.
Or are we sizists?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I mean, apparently the gentle persons that were being tossed were paid extremely well and were volunteering for the work because they got paid extremely
well. Go back to seeing dollars, yes.
But we got into the whole cockle throwing thing, and PETA was up in arms against them, and we had a talk with a spokescockle, and they had almost nothing to say.
Go figure. They're never very chatty when you put a mic in front of them.
At the Fitchburg High School graduation ceremony a few days ago.
At the where?
Fitchburg High School.
Fitchburg.
It's on the East Coast.
Everything is.
I cannot remember now what state it was in.
Bill.
17-year-old Verda Teta received the General Excellence Award. Now that comes with a $10,000 per year scholarship. So this is a lot. This is potentially 40 grand.
This is not nothing.
Yeah. Our young scholar applied for the award, but for some reason I thought it would automatically go to someone who needed it more. So I ruled myself out, she said, speaking to the crowd. Then I sat down and it hit me. This is $40,000. It's a lot of money. Obviously, I could use that, but there's definitely someone sitting in this crowd who needs it more. School is talking with the family who set up the scholarship to see if they can reallocate the money. And so, Verda did not throw her own education away. She has received additional scholarships and financial aid from Harvard.
Wow.
She's going to be just fine. What a kid, huh?
Well done, kiddo.
Yeah, nice job. Her mother is an immigrant and said, when she started talking, I went, what? And then by the end of it, I went, Ma, I understand.
My daughter. Here we go. Okay, so as long as we're at school, traffic outside of school in China's Henan province was so bad that one student's mother, Miss Meng, spent 154,000 of her own money, dollar,
Units.
yuan,
Yeah.
whatever they are.
Yuan.
She had 2 footbridges built over the road so kids could cross safely.
Nice.
In addition, the school's located on lower ground and students had to walk through puddles outside the building more often than not.
Yeah.
Meng said the water will spill over the stairs where school children stand to wait for their parents like little birds. My child's feet turned white because they were soaking in water. So Meng did not tell her son that she funded the footbridges. I just did what I can afford to do. You can't take money with you after you die.
You know what they do in England? With the gates are closed, you just throw the kid over. So maybe a rebounder or maybe some track and field guys, like hammer throw or...
No one in Great Britain has figured out a way to keep their kids' feet out of the wet? I mean, because it's always wet.
To get them
I've watched the
across
TV
things,
shows.
to get them over things.
No, see, that would be like dwarf tossing, and that's just bad.
Have little harnesses.
It'd be kid tossing. And somebody have to be there to catch them.
Ooh, this is employment, man.
Can you imagine the premiums?
I can imagine the headgear.
He broke his tooth. How? Well, I was tossing him across the what do they call roads in road?
Yes, they call them roads in Britain. Yes, they
Phil didn't catch him. So part of him landed in a mud puddle and the other part landed on something solid and chipped that tooth. I don't know why I sound like a Southerner from the United States and talking about this in the UK, but what the hey, maybe I'm from Southern England.
Well, actually, our Southern accents come from the British Isles, but never mind that now. It's a whole linguistic thing.
Thank you.
Headlines. This from Wired. And I can't believe someone had to put this headline out. No, COVID vaccines will not make you magnetic.
They don't?
Apparently, people have been doing the old stick a spoon to your face thing. Right? And people are buying it.
Wow.
So no, COVID vaccines will not make you magnetic. Unless you're like us, because we have sort of magnetic personalities.
We are a stupid species overall.
No gas leak found at Taco Bell despite bad odor and evacuation. Did they really have to use the term evacuation? This one's
so close. We almost made it through the whole show without potty humor, and
here we are. Stabbing disrupts class for anger management.
But not entirely unexpected.
Crocodiles go hungry due to lack of tourists. Senior center holds old bag sale. It turns out it's purses and not the elderly ladies.
Oh, good. I thought that was just wrong.
Yeah, I was going to... For a minute there, it was like, that's just me.
This is true, really news. Send email to TiTR@netradio.network.